The main reason that I am making this video right now is because I want to hear how I sound, or rather, how I don't sound, because I don't have very much of a voice right now, which is highly unfortunate. How did I lose my voice? Well, let me tell you a story. You see, very early Sunday morning, while I was sleeping, these little elves, little tiny elves, mischievous elves, crawled up on my pillow next to me while I was sleeping, and they started whispering in my ear to make sure that I was really asleep. And when they decided that I was asleep, very much asleep, they thought, why don't we see what her voice box looks like? And so they crawled down in my throat. And these little elves, bless their hearts, they had never seen a voice box before. And they didn't know what a voice box was for. But they knew that voice boxes make noise, because that's how people talk. And so they decided, maybe if you bang on them like drums, maybe then they'll make noise. And so these mischievous little elves started banging on my voice box. Well, this didn't yield very many results. And so they thought, well, maybe voice boxes aren't really supposed to be like drums. Maybe, just maybe, they're more like harps. And so these little elves put away their little drumsticks and started plucking at my vocal cords in hopes of creating a beautiful melody like a harp. Sadly, voice boxes do not work like harps. And they didn't get any sound out of my voice box. And so these little elves, very frustrated with their bad luck, they crawled back out of my throat and left my voice box alone, and they thought, what should we do now? Our voice box didn't really make any noise. And so they sat and pondered, and they decided that maybe they would go help the cobbler down the street. You know, making shoes. That's something that they're familiar with. Voice boxes, they're pretty new. They don't have very much experience with them. And so they left and went to the cobbler's house. Sadly, the damage done to my vocal cords was quite severe. As you can imagine, having little elves bang on your vocal cords like drums and pluck them like harps would leave them very much damaged. And so that is how I lost my voice. I'm sharing this story with you so that you can be prepared. Beware the little elves.